Have you ever seen someone so confident in their power that they forget kindness still exists? Wait until you hear this. What happened in that office will make you believe miracles still walk among ordinary people. But before we start, make sure to like this video and subscribe to Stories of Kindness, where true hearts shine brighter than money. The morning rush at Baxter Industries was always intense. Hundreds of employees moved through the gleaming glass lobby like a wave of purpose. Among them was Ethan, a quiet single father who worked as a janitor. His uniform was worn, but his spirit was not. He had been with the company for 3 years, sweeping the same floors while dreaming of something better for his little daughter, Lily. She was 7, full of questions, and the only reason he never gave up. That day, everything changed. The company's new CEO, Vanessa Hartley, had just returned from Europe, a brilliant woman known for her sharp mind, designer suits, and a reputation for being impossibly demanding. She had built empires, commanded boardrooms, and spoken in languages most people couldn't even recognize. But she was also known for one thing: she never tolerated mistakes. Ethan had just finished mopping near the executive corridor when he heard raised voices. Vanessa was standing in front of her team, holding a document written entirely in a foreign language, an old European dialect. "Can anyone translate this?" she demanded. Her voice was cold, confident, and impatient. The room stayed silent. Not even the senior executives dared to answer. With a smirk, Vanessa laughed and said, "Fine then. Whoever translates this perfectly will get my monthly salary. How about that?" Everyone chuckled nervously. They thought it was a joke. A millionaire CEO offering her salary? Impossible. But her eyes dared them. Ethan, who had been quietly cleaning near the wall, hesitated. He recognized the language. His late wife, Anna, had been from that very region. She used to speak it with him, teach him little phrases, and write him love notes in that same tongue. He remembered it all. Still, he was just a janitor. What right did he have to speak in a room full of executives? But then he thought of Lily, her school fees, her shoes too tight for her growing feet, and her quiet question last night. "Daddy, will you ever stop cleaning floors?" That memory pushed him forward. He took a deep breath, stepped closer, and said softly, "Excuse me, ma'am. I think I can translate it." The entire room turned toward him. Vanessa blinked, as if she hadn't even noticed he existed before that moment. "You?" she said incredulously. "You're the janitor." "Yes, ma'am," Ethan replied calmly. "But I understand this language." The executives exchanged looks. Some smiled mockingly. Vanessa folded her arms. "All right then," she said with a half-smile. "Translate this. And if you're right, my salary is yours." Ethan took the document carefully. His heart pounded as he began reading aloud. The foreign words flowed from his tongue like an old melody. He didn't just translate the words, he translated their meaning, their feeling. The letter turned out to be a rare historical business agreement, something valuable Vanessa had just acquired from a foreign partner. When he finished, the room was silent. Vanessa looked stunned. "That was flawless," she said finally. "How did you—" "My late wife taught me," Ethan replied. His voice softened as he looked at the paper. She was from there. She used to say language connects hearts. Vanessa's expression changed. For the first time, she looked at him not as a janitor, but as a person. She asked him a few more questions about the document, and each time his answers were precise, respectful, and intelligent. She realized this man had hidden depth, knowledge, and humility wrapped in quiet dignity. When the meeting ended, Vanessa called him into her office privately. "Ethan," she said, her voice now calm, "you just saved this company from a major error. That document held a hidden clause that could have cost us millions. You caught it." Ethan lowered his eyes. "I was just doing what I could, ma'am." She smiled faintly. "No, you did far more than that." She opened her laptop, typed a few words, and turned the screen toward him. "Starting tomorrow, you're being transferred to the translation department. I want you trained and promoted. Also, I wasn't joking about my promise. You'll receive my monthly salary as a bonus." Ethan froze. Ma'am, that's too much. I don't, Vanessa interrupted gently. You earned it. And you reminded me that talent doesn't wear suits. It wears courage. Tears filled Ethan's eyes. He thought of Lily's face when he'd tell her. He thanked Vanessa again and again, his voice trembling with gratitude. That night he walked home with hope in his heart and a smile on his face. A week later, Vanessa visited the janitor's corner, the place where Ethan once worked. She found his locker still spotless, his cleaning tools neatly arranged. She realized then that true greatness sometimes hides in the quietest people. Ethan became a translator at the company, eventually leading an entire department. His daughter's life changed forever, but the most unexpected change was in Vanessa herself. She started seeing her employees not as titles, but as stories waiting to be discovered. And that's why at Stories of Kindness, we say, never judge people by what they do, but by who they are inside. If this story touched your heart, make sure to like this video and subscribe to Stories of Kindness for more miracles born from humility and hope.